Selling my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go, leave. Got M's in the bank, like yes, indeed.
Welcome everybody to the Public Grind 2024. So turkey season's over, and it is summer scouting time. I have a camera that's dying. I'm gonna go down in here and put new batteries in. Actually get another camera that I have in here, I think, so I can move that camera to a whole nother spot, a whole nother location. I'll have a couple of different areas I want to put cameras in this year. I was in them last fall, saw a couple of really big deer, but the only big deer that I got to see after I killed the one for my state buck in Indiana, the only deer I saw after that on the hoof that was a shooter was that 150 that my bow was on the ground. And ironically enough, the very camera that we're going to go and change the batteries in at the very spot this 150 stood, and I couldn't shoot him. So it's like burned in my memory. I can't get away from it. But I also plan to hunt that spot again. So I saw a lot of deer from that spot in the 2 days I hunted it. So kind of got to stay there, you know. This bottom is a very special bottom, though. Actually, me and Larry from Bruce, Mississippi, we found this spot together, hunting it last fall. Hell, it wasn't even fall yet. It was September when we started hunting this spot. But I hunted it one day with him, and then we went and hunted a different area. So we didn't even really spend a lot of time there, but we knew. I mean, like a light switch, we knew at the right time it was going to flip, and it flipped. And got it all on video, and it's a depressing moment in my life. It is what it is. That's what I got. I moved. I didn't get up fast enough. I didn't get my bow up fast enough. I was sitting there messing around, doing all kinds of dumb stuff, hanging a dough popper, and my platform I couldn't get straight in the Y of the tree because it kept wanting to creep or whatever, and I didn't like I hate a platform that moves. So, but anyway, I didn't get my bow in the tree. You can do whatever you want to once your bow's in the tree, and that's, you know, that's golden rule, and I broke it. I mean, I even am helping a few guys learn how to bow hunt in public land, and told them, I mean, I went back and watched text messages or looked at text messages, and I even told them, get your bow up, and I broke the golden rule, and that's why it happened. The hair on the back of my neck was already standing up telling me to get my bow in the tree, because we knew at the time that there was a couple of day walkers. No idea why these motorcycle people just did that. That is absolutely dangerous. Anyway, we knew we had a couple of day walkers in there. Larry had a camera in there too, and he sent me one, and he was a stud. But I went and checked my camera that I had in there and hadn't even touched it, been in there and cared to look at it since September, and there were several studs on there, and the one stud that showed up was the Big Ten. He's a beautiful buck. Never saw him again. I did get him on camera again, but never saw him on the hoof again. And I hunted hard in that bottom. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Going to go move some cameras around, do a little summer work. Thanks for watching, and all the subscribers. There ain't many, but I want to say this. If you took the time out to watch any of my videos, especially from turkey season, or you're following along, I think we're up to 95, almost 100. I know that's not a lot for some people, but for me, I just started this all on my own. I'm new to the self-filming game. Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate it. It means everything to me for someone to take the time out of their day to watch something that I make. So if I can help along the way, that's why I'm doing it. You know, I've hunted all over the place. I've killed some really good bucks, but a lot of people, they don't get credit because they don't go advertising their bucks. They don't mount all of their bucks. They don't, you know, I had never even thought of recording any video or anything like that. But now that I'm in southern Indiana, things have changed a little bit. There's a lot of deer down here and a lot of big deer. Thank you. It is June 8th or 9th or 10th or something like that. Oh, this backfield ain't. We are now officially down here. Got the waders on, as you can see. We're gonna wade across this water. It's moving pretty good, but I tell you, these waders, if you don't get wet, you can wade right out in this water. And my dad actually bought me this set of waders, so I'm super excited. This is actually the first time I'm in the water with them. Not too bad, but it allows me to get into where I need to super quiet, super fast. And I can check my cameras and walk in this water no problem. And yeah, these are gonna come in super handy. I may just wear these hunting, so we'll get over here. I gotta use the restroom. But right here under this tree, just a couple of seasons ago, just last year, there was the biggest scrape I've ever seen on the rocks. And looking right here, there's a ton of tracks. There's gonna be a giant deer swab coming off of this. Look at all the tracks. I almost need to get a camera right here. Look at all the tracks. Coming up and down here. Look at all these tracks. Bunch of tracks in here. Whole bunch of tracks. There you go. Piece of heavy equipment. See, I did have a camera right there and right there, but ever since, I didn't get anything on camera. But I don't even know where these deer are going. Like, you see how steep it is to the top? You can see that tractor up there. So I don't even know where these deer are going, but they're going somewhere up that, I guess, because this is just a little point. And I don't know, but there's a ton of deer in here. I gotta get over here to my camera. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna get up here and pee. out here doing some groundwork. Not very good at this video and stuff. Scouting a new piece of public in the waders just in case, because I know there's a lot of water around here. It's thick, real thick, but as you can see, if you get like, this is super, super, super thick. That is perfect bedding. It's on this point, and there's a field right there, and there's a big ditch right there, and it's all open in this bottom. And from what it looks like there's a trail that goes right up alongside of it. Oh yeah, that's definitely a trail. Oh look, looky here. Look at there. Fresh droppings. Yep, that's about a 150. Right there, about a 150 right there. Yep, he's heading that way. Alrighty, let's see if we can find him. Big old droppings though, look at this clearing. Comes right up between this thick stuff, this transition. I'm huge on hunting transition points. Look at how thick it is in here. If I was a big one, I would bed in this stuff, and you see how this, look at yonder. There's an old rub right here. It ain't very high, but that's what we're out here doing, folks, trying to figure out what these deer are gonna be doing come the right time of the year. Out here watching, looking. This early, you don't have to worry about how much noise you're really making. So, putting boots on the ground in June, trying to find a big one to hunt. All right, for those of you who don't know, as far as what happened to me last fall, this is a lesson on the importance of following all the rules, doing the right thing. You're not hunting if your weapon isn't in the tree with you. It can be on the ground all at once, but for those of you who don't know, this is what I'm talking about. I'll show you now. All right, so as you can see, yeah, that was, so if you take a look at over my hunting career, I've seen and killed some big deer. I've never been one to care about, you know, booner status or anything like that. Now I have killed some 150s and 140s, 130, you know, I mean, I killed deer, but it seems like the biggest of the biggest ones. There's been an opportunity at 3 over 150 that I can honestly think of. One of them, I shot right in front of his brisket the first time I ever hunted my father-in-law's property. He was probably, if I had to guess, 160, and he was at 20 yards. The other one was one at a very small piece of public that I hunted up at Henry County, Indiana, Wilbur Wright, years and years ago. He was a beautiful 10 that came and followed this doe, but right at the last minute, that was back before I really was shooting at any distance. So he was at 30 and I'd only practiced up till 25, so I didn't want to rush it. And when I thought he would come around, he didn't. And then that one's probably the dumbest, because my bow was on the ground and I was heartbroken after that. But if anything, you know, it taught me a very important lesson to always follow your golden rules. That has been my golden rule for years. Always get your bow up in the evening, get your bow up late in the morning, get everything else set up in the dark, and then pull your bow up. But if you're midday or any other time, get your bow up, folks, I tell you. And for all those wondering why I didn't just pull my bow up, shoot him, my rattling antlers were also on my bow. And so if I would have tried to pull up my bow, then the rattling antlers would have spooked him. And so I didn't want to push him any further. He knew something wasn't right. He was in my ground scent less than 10 minutes after I was standing in it. Oh, there's some big old tracks in here. Look at the size of these. Big old tracks. But anyway, it's a valuable lesson. Always get your weapon up. We're gonna keep doing a summer scouting series, and this is just episode number 1. I'm gonna go around looking at a bunch of different pieces of public, and I'll bring y'all along the journey, and hopefully this all pays off this fall while I'm sitting around some antlers. So I know I say so a lot. I know somebody's thinking it, but it's just the way it is. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for coming along.